guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Noelle. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out the new Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. I'm honestly so excited to try this because the last stick foundation I tried was from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and no shade, like I really just didn't like it. I felt like it was just very drying, and honestly, the only stick foundation I've ever liked were, the only ones that I've ever liked were the Makeup Forever one and the e.l.f. foundation stick. Those were both really nice, really creamy, and they just went well with my oily skin. So without further ado, we're going to test to see, first of all, I hope this is the right shade for me, but we're going to test to see if it will cover two of my lovely blemishes that I have. And yeah, so if you guys want to stick around and see how I like this foundation, then just keep on watching. Alright, so first things first, I got the shade Cashew, which says 140G, so that's usually gold. Retails for $39. Okay, so these are the claims. The coverage says full to light, finish is natural, formulation stick, obviously. It says skin type normal, dry, combination, and oily. It's also cruelty free, which I appreciate very much. Fragrance free, transfer proof, waterproof, humidity and sweat resistant, which I don't need right now because it's freaking cold out. Whether you prefer full or light coverage, this versatile formula will let you be the master of your complexion. Swipe it on, set it, and forget it for the rest of the day. That's cute. So I'm assuming that means that you can basically build the coverage, which is what I like to hear because like I said, I have two little friends on my face today. Also, it says it is a lightweight foundation that glides on easily, providing customizable coverage with a natural looking skin-like finish. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't ever use brushes. I feel like brushes, no matter what the foundation is, always makes my skin just look, it looks streaky, like it looks, I don't know, it just never blends the right way, and I just always end up not liking it. I always end up going with a sponge and evening it out a little bit and just making it look a little bit more natural. I feel like with the brush, I don't know, it just never looks amazing to me. Alright, so first things first, I wet my sponge. This is the EcoTools one, my favorite one pretty much of all time now. This is what the packaging looks like. It's so pretty. It's nice and kind of like frosted here, almost looks like a glitter to it. And it's like really sleek, like it's very like that matte. Oh, it's so nice. Kind of reminds me of like NARS packaging. I feel like NARS is packaged like this. So that's the shade I got. I hope it's the right shade for me. Honestly, I never know what shade to get because I don't know, I feel like I'm definitely have like a yellow undertone to me. Some people tell me I have pink, but when I look at the mirror even right now, I'm totally like not full yellow. I'm definitely more on the neutral side, but I see yellow. I don't see pink in my skin, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna just get started. I'm gonna start with some swipes on my cheeks because my cheeks are always my problem areas. And right off the bat, it's so creamy. But the only thing I hate about these stick foundations is that you see every single pore that ever existed. Like, you see everything when you first swipe this on. So if you don't like seeing your pores, don't use this product or do it without looking. Alright, let's see. Oh, it is not blending out very easily. Let's see. Maybe I should, because it's a thicker formula, rub it like this a little bit first and then pat it. I usually just pat my foundations because I'm used to, you know, regular liquid foundation. Alright, so right off the bat, that barely covered anything. It did even out my skin a little bit, but I still see a ton of my redness and acne peeking through. But yeah, I'm definitely having to kind of drag it a little bit, and some people get frustrated when YouTubers like drag their foundation, but sometimes you have to. Like with this, like a cream formula, you have to do that. Because if you're going in with like a kabuki brush or something, you're gonna go like this first and then pat it. That's how I would do it. Alright, let's see if it covers this big thing on my forehead that I literally just got today. I know this down here is from the mask because I was wearing a mask all day yesterday because I got tested for COVID because I was exposed. Don't think I have it, but I got tested anyway. So that's from the mask. I don't know what this is from. Maybe just my hair because I dyed my hair a couple of times this week because it keeps like fading really quickly. So I've dyed it like 2 or 3 times now. Alright, I'm going to go in. Now this is the first layer. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a second layer, but I'm not going to do as much. I'm really just going to go over my problem areas. My big old forehead. I really like this. I hope this looks good on my skin because it feels really good. It kind of feels thick when it first goes on, like, you know, when you're gliding it on, but once you blend it out, it feels like I have nothing on my face. I feel like the match is pretty good too. It's like a tad on the yellow side, but like I said, I'm definitely more neutral, but I tend to go towards more yellow foundations, yellow tones, because I feel like the pink tones would just look crazy on me because I have yellow. So with 2 layers, it definitely covered a lot more. I'm probably still going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I always look to see where it doesn't look right, if it doesn't look right in certain areas. Like my nose always gets dry, and I know that. Sometimes I just have to blend it out a little more. I don't know if you can see, but it does look a tad drying around my nose right there. But it always usually does. Most foundations do. Right in here actually blended out pretty nicely. And that's covered for the most part. I definitely, like I said, I'm going to go in with concealer, but that's just because they're very red. For the most part, it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm actually going to go in with my new, I wouldn't say favorite concealer because that's definitely not right, but I'm going to go in with the new concealer I discovered from Rare Beauty. If you guys want to go see that video, it's on my channel. It'll be linked below. But I'm going to go in with this. It feels so creamy when you first put it on. And I'm just going to put it where I usually put concealer. I honestly should have done my brows because I'm always doing my brows before foundation. I don't know why I didn't today. Put a teeny bit of concealer just on my blemishes. It's really not my time of the month. I don't know why I'm breaking out like this. But like I said, this is definitely from the mask. I don't know what the forehead's from. But usually I don't break out like this anymore. That did the trick. Totally covered. And this isn't like a super light concealer. You always want to do a concealer that matches the foundation shade, or else it's basically going to stick out like a sore thumb. If you have like a darker foundation shade and then a lighter concealer on a pimple or a any kind of blemish or redness, it's just going to make it stand out more. That's just a tip. So when I did my Rare Beauty review, I felt like it was kind of looking like drying on the skin. It definitely clung to more dry patches. This is looking a lot more dewy. I didn't set the Rare Beauty foundation, but I'm gonna set this foundation. Maybe I should just set it on one side and kind of see how it looks. Maybe I'll just set it on the one side for now. But I usually try to set my foundation always just because I do tend to get oily. And I do like to, I think it just melts into the skin better and it just covers my acne really well. So this is the side set. And then this is the side not set. Honestly, I think I'm just going to set my whole face because, and I'm not putting a lot, I'm putting like a little bit and just dragging it, you know, not putting like a ton in one area. Sometimes I do if it's really hot out and I have a pimple and I really want to cover it. I'll just, you know, I'll set it like really good in that one area. And like I said in my last review for Rare Beauty, the concealer creases insanely fast. So it's already creasing and I literally just did it a minute ago. All right, so concealer and powder are both on. I'm gonna go in and bronze my face. I wanna see how cream products go with this foundation. So I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Honey, and I use that as my contour. So then I usually take this side of the sponge and just blend it out. And I was raving about it in my last video, but this is honestly such a beautiful shade for my skin tone once it's all blended out really nicely. And if you ever feel like you put too much, like I kind of do, take the side that you put your foundation on and just blend it on top. It'll mute it a little bit. You know what's so funny? I always thought I looked amazing as a blonde, and I still do love being blonde sometimes. But this dark hair, I've wanted to do my hair. Oh, I just scratched my pimple. That didn't feel nice. I've wanted to dye my hair dark for so long, and I was so scared to commit to like a dark brown or like a chocolate brown. And obviously this isn't like a dark brown. It has like a purpley, like burgundy hue to it, which is what I was going for, which I also have a video on that I'll link down below. But I just really love the dark hair on me. I think it looks really good. I always wanted to do like lighter in the summer, darker in the fall and winter, and I was always just so scared, but I don't know what I'm afraid of. I'm literally a natural brunette. It's just very like light brown, but I think it gets darker as I get older. I put way too much nose contour. You just need a teeny bit, FYI. But yeah. Alright, so that went on really beautifully. Okay, so my contour, well, I guess my bronzer contour, whatever, went on very nicely. Now my two favorite blushes in recent days have been the Milk Makeup in the shade Work, the lip and cheek. Oh, I didn't even know this was for lips too. I learn something new every day, but it's this one. And then I discovered last week the Rare Beauty one, which is more of a liquid. You just put like a teensy bit on, and then you blend that out like right away. You can't do like this cheek and then blend them both out because it will dry down and look kind of silly. And I've also been learning recently that you should bring your blush up higher and not have it like at the ball of your cheek and then like down more, because that's how everything just starts looking muddy. You have to lift the face. That's the whole point, right? You want to look young and I almost dropped my sponge. You want to look young and lift the face, right? I really wasn't a blush person up until like maybe like this summer or like before the summer. I just really wasn't a blush person, but now I'm obsessed. I think I like the liquid blushes better than like a normal powder blush. All right, now I'm gonna go in with highlighter. This is the Lunar Beauty Mercury Prism Highlighter. Has a nice yellow tone to it. I love it. All right, I'm gonna do my eyes, and I don't think I'm even gonna do too much, to be honest, right now, but I'm gonna do my eyes and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so here's the finished look. I didn't expect to do this all out eye makeup tutorial, but I figured I would do like a 2-in-1 video today and do an eye look separate for Instagram, and then, you know, just put on a full face, obviously, for the review of the makeup look. And I realized before I said I didn't have a lot of Huda Beauty products, and I really don't, but I have the Legit Lashes mascara and I'm obsessed with it. It has a curl and length side, which I do first, maybe 2 coats of that, let it dry, and then I'll do the volume side. Amazing. Sorry if you can hear my doorbell ringing, but it's amazing. So I just wanted to show you and share my final thoughts on this foundation. Honestly, I think it looks really nice. I am honestly pretty happy with it. I think it definitely can go to a full coverage when you first swipe it on. It's like a light to medium, and then you could definitely build it to full coverage. I think it still looks a tad bit dewy. It definitely does look natural on my skin. I had to cover some blemishes with a little bit of extra concealer, but not too much. They're still pretty covered. I did set it with the Mercier Translucent setting powder. Alright, so that's it for the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this review and demo. If you want me to review any specific products, I will. Just comment them down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!